Hey guys, it's Kristen, and I think I'm ready. It's time for me to present to you my 2026 Appalachian Trail gear video. Ready or not, this is the gear I'm taking with me. I've been second guessing myself, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard. It's hard, my friends. You want to have the lightest weight gear you can, but then you also want to be comfortable, and you want to be warm, and you want to be safe. But you also don't want to be heavy. So it's been hard. And I finally got my last piece of gear in the mail yesterday because I, again, second guessed myself. So I'm going to ask you real quick to be kind to me, be positive and encouraging as you leave those remarks, because there's really not a whole lot I can do about it at this point. At least until I hit that first hostel. I guess it'll be the Green Dragon, and maybe they can help me out if I've made some tragic mistake. We'll find out, won't we? Okay, but another thing you can do is you can go ahead and like and subscribe and let me know that you love me. And that you're going to continue to encourage me along the trail, because I'm getting ready to start. Ready or not, here I go. Also, what you can do is you can go ahead and like and subscribe another hiker that's out there hitting the trail, because we all need that little bit of love right now, because we're really hard on ourselves and we're all a little bit nervous. There's some out there, especially the ones that start a little bit early. We've been watching them, and they've been having some hard times. So pray for them, because they've been going through it. And then pray for us, because it's making all of us a little nervous as we get ready to start. So there you have it. But here's my gear. We're going to walk through each thing that I have decided to take with me, and then I'm going to go ahead and stuff it in my pack. First off, I have my handy dandy backpack. It's the ULA Circuit. Been very pleased with it. I chose the color purple because I love the color purple, and just makes me happy. I've named my backpack. I'm not going to tell you the name, but you can guess if you want. It probably won't be that hard to guess my backpack's name. Anyway, so there are a couple things that I did not unattach from my backpack, so I'll just go through those real quick. I have a thermometer here from Garage Ground Gear, also the color purple. And it says it's 69 degrees in my home right now. I probably should turn the heat down a little bit, but oh well. Okay, and then I have this cute little charm that my friends at work gave to me. Very sweet. It represents each state on the Appalachian Trail, and I decided to bring it with me because I thought it was really sweet. Okay, anyway, and then on the other side, on the shoulder straps, I have this pocket that I'm carrying, which is going to hold, it's from ULA Equipment. It's going to hold my phone. Also, it's going to hold my sunglasses, because I have to carry sunglasses now because of the snow. And also a battery bank that I'm going to stick in there. And then I also have attached to my shoulder strap, this holds my camera, my DJI Osmo Pro. We'll talk about in a minute. And then on the other side, I have my water bottle holder, and that is also by ULA. I believe it's a Flow. And I have a little bear whistle by Garage Ground Gear, and also a microfiber towel, just a little cloth, you know, to wipe the sweat or whatever else I need to wipe off my body. Let's see, is that all that's attached to here? Looks like that's it. And then there's nothing in the pockets right now. I'll show you what I put in those later. Okay, that's it on my backpack. So I'll just put it right here for now, and then you can see how I stuff it in a minute. Let's go ahead and start with the sleeping bag. Now, if you watched my Big 3 video, you know that this is my bougie item. It's what I spent the bulk of my money on, because I tend to get cold, and I wanted to make sure that I was going to be nice and cozy, especially when I sleep at night. So this is the Light Equipment 10-degree Revelation quilt, and I used it in the Foothills Trail and was extremely pleased. I also have a silk mummy liner that I use in here, and it's gonna have a double purpose. I'm gonna use it also for laundry whenever I go into the hostels or into town. So that's what I have here. Now I'm gonna let you see how I step it. I like to use, some people use pack liners. I don't use a pack liner. What I use instead, this is kind of old school method. Oh, I don't know what that was. But this is what I use, called a trash bag. You gotta get a big trash bag. I get mine from Rural King, because I used to work there as their chaplain. Hey guys. Anyway, great company, great people. I line my backpack. I don't know that you actually need to. Somebody holler at ULA if you need to, but I do just because I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I just do. So I line it, and then I stuff my sleeping bag in it. Do I use a compression set? Nah, no. I just compress it myself. I just shove it down in there. That's all I do. I put mine at the bottom, and I just shove it down in there. I put it at the bottom because I find that everything else compresses it just fine on its own. Just shove it down in there. I'm hoping you guys can see this okay. Once I move some of this stuff out of the way, I think you'll be able to see better. But anyway, just shove it down in there. Okay, next up, my sleeping pad. I use a Therm-a-Rest NeoAir. Love it. I used to be a side sleeper, and that's why I bought it. I'm trying not to be a side sleeper anymore because of my back, but it's worked great for me. And I hear you can't even buy this anymore, so I'm glad I bought it when I did. Very happy with it. That's what I shoved down in there next. All right then, here we go. All right, next, I'm gonna take a break from this just for a second so that I can get some of this big stuff out of the way. My tent. My tent is a Zpacks Duplex. Super happy with it. I've had this for, out of all my gear, I've probably had this the longest. It's kind of like my tried and true. Haven't had any problems with it. They actually fixed a zipper on it for me once, and it was my fault, and they fixed it for free. No questions asked. Thank you, Zpacks. So I like it, and when I use my trekking poles. These are a cheap Amazon brand called Hiker Hunger. They're carbon fiber. They don't weigh that much, and I've been using these since the JMT in California during that heavy snow year that I keep talking about. And I'm sorry, but once you've been through something like that, it's hard not to talk about it, okay? So, but anyway, it helped me survive something like that, so I stick with them. I've been very happy with them, and they don't cost a lot of money. I've never had to replace tips on something like this, and they're so cheap that I usually just buy a new set every year. Very happy with them. And, I mean, find them on Amazon. It's a small business. You know me and small businesses. Super happy with small business. So anyway, Zpacks tent, Duplex, uses the trekking poles to set it up. Okay, I like to put my tent on the bottom. You can put it wherever you want, but I just recommend that you're able to get to it quickly when you get to camp, and that it needs to be able to be the last thing that you put on your backpack, and because you need to have it on the outside or somewhere where it's okay if it's wet when you put it away. So I put mine on the bottom of my ULA, and then I always tuck in these straps, because if not, man, I've been hiking before when they've come undone and it drive me crazy. And that's not any fun. So I usually do something like that. Okay. Next, my stakes. I use Groundhog Stakes. Oof, I don't think I cleaned these the last time gosh. You really should clean your gear after every single time you go hiking. Oh, I'm a mess. Okay, so these are Groundhog Stakes. Mine have a lot of mud on them still, but guess they're about to be muddy again, so oh well. Okay, and then I also put these where I can grab them quickly. So these are gonna go on the outside, down in this pocket, down on the bottom. On the outside, down on the bottom. Next thing I do is my ground sheet. This ground sheet, this is something I learned from Hiking Dancer, okay? If you don't know about Hiking Dancer, she has hiked the AT and also the PCT, and this year she's hiking the CDT. She's gonna be a triple crowner. If you're not subscribed to her and following her, you need to be, because she is like legend, okay? She's amazing. This is something I learned from her. This is my ground sheet. It's just made out of the Tyvek stuff. And yes, I have washed it a few times in the washing machine. Thank you, UC, for teaching me about that. Okay, so, and she taught me about using it for another purpose, to write on there like 2 town on one side and 2 trail on the other side, so that I can use it as a sign if I need help to get, you know, where I need to go. But then I was able to save weight and get rid of my sit pad so that I can sit down on it. Okay, so that I can use it where I'm having lunch or just taking a break or need, you know, to have somewhere to sit down. So that's what I use this for. So it's a triple purpose. Thank you, Hiking Dancer. You're awesome. And I love the hiking community. We learn so much from one another. It's beautiful. So this, I also put where I can grab it quickly, because if I'm grabbing lunch or taking a break, or if I'm first thing when I get to camp, I need to be able to grab it quick with my tent. It goes on the outside. That pocket right there. Outside, pocket right there. That's where I put it. Okay. You know, everybody does their own thing, hike your own hike. Remember, this is my own thing. You may have things that you your own way. Totally cool. But this is what I've learned works for me, okay? Okay. Next is my rain jacket. If you haven't learned this about me yet, you're about to learn it now. I'm wearing... Hold on. I'm gonna let the dog out. Bruno, stop yelling. I love a good find, and this was a find for me. I was on eBay and I found this Patagonia torrent shell jacket in the color purple. And so I got it. And I got a good deal on it too. And I have worn it to make sure that it doesn't like soak through too terrible. I mean, all rain jackets after a while do soak through, but this one, I mean, it did pretty good in the Smokies whenever it was raining crazy terrible. It's got the zip pits, zip pits, I don't know what to call them. And the hat, it goes over well over the hat. Oh goodness. So, yeah, anyway. And it also has to be super accessible. I know there's a special way you can fold it up, but let's be real. I'm probably not going to take the time to fold it up real special. I'm probably just going to shove it in. And I'm going to shove it in that front pocket right there next to my sit pad so that I can grab it real quick when I need to. Freezing a little. Okay, moving on. Clothing. Make sure you can see this all right. This is a Hyperlight bag that I got. A friend of mine had a couple of them, and she let me buy one off of her. Actually, I bought 2 off of her, but all I need is 1 for this trip. So I'm keeping all of my clothing in it. However, I'm keeping my everyday clothing in a separate little bag here that I'm going to be using. And then I have my base layer and my mid layer in a separate bag. So my base layer is by Arm of Andes, and I will have a better picture because I realize that it's hard to see here, but it is a hoodie and leggings, and this base layer I plan to be my sleepy wear. And it's 300 weight, and it's nice and warm. It's made by alpaca, Arm of Andes alpaca, so it's really soft, really warm. I plan to wear that to sleep in. Now once it gets warmer, I will be sending it home because it's just too hot to sleep in I think it is. And then I'll be switching it out with probably just another pair of shorts and a t-shirt, because that'll be better for me. So for right now, that's my base layer. And then my mid layer here is by Paka. It's called the Paka hoodie, and it's a lot thicker. It is a lot thicker, and I will be wearing it to stay warm, especially in the beginning, because I know it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. And then my sleepy socks are by Cloudline. I like these because they're different than my normal hiking socks, so I don't have to worry about them getting mixed up, because they just look different, but they're a lot thicker and they keep my feet nice and warm, especially inside of my sleeping bag and my liner too. So I've been extremely pleased with Cloudline. I've been using these for a long time. Okay, and then if for some crazy reason my hands or my feet or something gets warm, gets cold, I got some hand warmers that I'm keeping in here for emergency only. All right, so there's that. This is what I am wearing to begin with on the trail. This is a REI merino wool shirt, and I'm also wearing, let me see if you can see it. Let's see, these are Bayleaf pants. They have zippers. Okay. Next, my everyday wear. Don't hate me, but I no longer wear Darn Tough socks. They've done nothing wrong to me. They're great socks, but I found socks that I like just a little bit better. They are alpaca, and they're made by Hollow, and they are compression socks, and they go all the way up to my knee, and they just work better for me. Darn Tough, you did nothing wrong. These just are better for me. I just really like alpaca now. I just wish it wasn't so darn expensive. Yeah, so it's just been a slow switch over for me. But alpaca is where it's at for me. Also, I carry just some cheap Dick's Sporting Goods shorts. Normally I hike in shorts. I love shorts. They fit me great, but I know it's just too cold to start in shorts. So that's why I'm starting in these pants. And then I have, let's see, my undergarments. I just wear basic merino wool right now, undergarments, nothing fancy. Merino wool, both of them. My bra is by Woolly, nothing fancy on that either. Let's see, oh, and then I have a short sleeve shirt, black. I believe this one's by Smart Wool. It just was on sale. It's thinner than this long sleeve one, so I like it. It's perfect. I'll get another short sleeve one whenever it cools down or warms up a little bit. And I look forward to sending this home at some point maybe and getting a sun hoodie. That is what I'm looking forward to. Getting rid of this winter gear and getting a sun hoodie is where it's at. These I was introduced to by a hiker and his girlfriend, Brian and Heidi, whenever I was hiking in the Smoky Mountains. Have you heard about Randy Sun socks? I said, no, sir, tell me more. And he said, you need to get these socks because they're waterproof if you plan to be hiking in the Smoky Mountains when there's snow. They're amazing. I tested them out this winter when we had that big snowstorm. My feet stayed completely dry. And then those will go home quickly. Those will go home quickly because those are pretty heavy. So thank you, Brian and Heidi. It was great to meet you. I'm glad our paths crossed in the Smokies. Okay, so those are my clothes that I am taking on the trail. I think I told, oh, and what I didn't get to show you were my shoes. I am wearing Topo Ultra Venture 4. I wear a 9 wide. I normally wear an 8.5, but I went up a half a size because, well, you're supposed to, whenever you do a thru hike, you're supposed to go up a little bit because your feet, I guess, get bigger, and I don't know why, but I guess all that walking. But I went ahead and went up now, especially for those socks, because I'll be wearing 2 pairs of socks whenever I'm in the Smokies, and I wanted my toesies to have extra room to move around. Now, stuff it in here. Shove it in. I can't believe I put my foot on the table. I'm like, oh my gosh, if my mom were to see that, she would be so upset with me. Sorry, Mom. I'm gonna move over here so that we have a little more space. Personal hygiene. Got toothbrush, toothpaste. Enough said, right? Let's see. I'm carrying some Pepsid because I'm kind of worried about the trail food giving me some indigestion in the beginning. You know, my body's not used to it. Carrying naproxen. I know a lot of people carry vitamin I, ibuprofen, but I get super duper headaches and I have the bad back and all, so naproxen's for me. That's what the doctor gives me. Okay, I also, because I'm of the age of vitamin, magnesium, vitamin B12, D3, and K2. That's a month's supply right there. Okay, because I do get headaches a lot, I don't wear my head up. I don't wear my hair up. So I have to brush my hair. So I bring a little brush that I got from the Dollar Tree. Has a little mirror on it too. And this is double purpose for me. It's baby powder, but it's not baby powder, it's Gold Bond powder. It can work as a dry shampoo or it can help with chafing. So double purpose. So there goes that. This is my shampoo / soap that I plan to use when I get to the hostels or whenever I get to the hotels or place when I plan to wash up my body. It is biodegradable and it is also unscented. Don't worry, I'm not going to use it in any camp stream or any streams or anything else like that. So that is what I'm carrying for my personal hygiene. Ta-da. And I will put that in my backpack. Right there. Let's do my electronics. Okay, so let's get all the electronics. Some of these electronics will actually go on the side of my backpack, but let's just go ahead and get them all done at once. Sound good? I'm using this pack from Zpacks. Purple. This was my purchase that I got in the mail yesterday. It is the FlexTail Zero. I had the orange one before and it was just a little bulky. It worked great, but I just wanted something smaller and weighed less, so I bought it. That was my last minute purchase. Yeah. Okay. Then I have 2 Anchor battery banks. One's a 20,000, one's a 10,000. You're probably asking, why didn't you upgrade those? Well, I probably should have, but I paid so much money for these things and I just didn't. I did it. Wall charger, little plug-ins that I can use, 1 USB and then 2 of the C's. Everything I have all charges with C too, so that's also helpful. I also I'm bringing one of these heavy-duty wires. Surefire earplugs. This is something my husband got for me because he knows I'm a light sleeper. He was worried about me. And then I thought, well, maybe I should just have these to use in case I just need to plug them in my phone and listen to music. If there were some loud people, then I could just drown it out with some music or maybe a good audio, but that's what I do. I have some Zpacks headphones. I don't know what I do with those open run headphones that I use. Maybe they're in the truck from going to the gym. I don't know. You'll probably see those on me because I wear those all the time. They're somewhere. I'll find those, make sure we have those to weigh. Those are there. Okay, so that's all that goes in here. Then, I already talked about this. I'm using the Garmin 2. I have the DJI Osmo Pro 5. Thank you, Ted and Shauna Lee, for that incredibly generous gift, which I don't deserve. I'm very humbled by that, but I'm very appreciative. I think they were worried about me falling off a mountain, so they got me something so I wouldn't have to hold the phone and record. Okay, then I have my night core headlamp, red light, and also charges with C. And then this is what I'm going to use to help me get better shots. Put those in. This will also go in even though it's waterproof bag. I'm going to just do a twisty turn. Go down like that. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and attach the garment. Okay. Put my camera back on. Okay. This guy goes in here. Okay. This guy goes over here. Next, my water filtration system. I use a Sawyer and a Zpacks bag. 2-liter Zpacks bag. I found this cool little 3D printed end cap. Helps keep debris out. Also keeps water from leaking inside your sleeping bag if that's where you keep your thing at night or inside your tent. So just found that on Etsy. I think I paid like $8 for it. Great find. I just use a little hair tie to keep it all together. And then I just keep it next to a water bottle, an extra water bottle. Getting it. First aid kit. Okay, here we go. Got the Benadryl for the biting bugs. Got some antibiotic ointment from my doctor. Thank you. Got some band-aids, just an assortment, as well as some blister band-aids because that is a fear of mine. Big band-aids, just a couple. Steri strips, just in case. Another fear, so I got the Leukotape just in case of blisters or if I need to tape something up. It's just great stuff to always have on hand. I've learned that. Imodium. Hope I don't have to need that, but you always want to have it just in case. Extra lighter, safety pin with a tick remover, extra cap from a smart water bottle, Swiss Army knife with the fingernail clippers, tenacious D-tape, extra O-rings for my Sawyer squeeze. Did I leave anything out? I think that was everything. That's my first aid kit. All right then. It don't go in the pack. It goes on the side of the pack so I can grab it. All right, where are you at? If I remember right, you are easily accessible. You gotta be there you are, easily accessible. Thank you. Okay, right on the side. Let's talk potty, shall we? Everybody likes to potty. All right, here we go. This is my not cooler cloth, okay? I bought this off of Amazon a long time ago. It's not a cooler cloth, it's a imitation cooler cloth, but it does just fine. PSA, gentlemen, if you see something like this attached to the back of a backpack, don't touch it. Just don't touch it, okay? That's all I have to say about that. I'm going to put it on. If you don't know what that's for, Google it. K-U-L-A. Potty bag. That's it. Okay, got my trowel. Very lightweight. Don't remember the brand name. Got it off Amazon. Got the serrated sides. Got the top where you can dig. It's supposed to weigh very lightweight. Like really lightweight. Works great. Got this antimicrobial spray. That's going to be staying there. I am also, here's a little TMI, so if you need to mute, go ahead and mute now. Okay, I am a bidet user. Yep, I am. And so I have a little Zpacks bag that I use for my bidet. My bidet's in here. I'm not going to show it to you because that's personal, okay? But if you want to know all about bidets, you can Google it. There's some great ones out there, backpackers. And yes, I have practice and I know how to use it and I'm very good at it. So, here we go. So, there we go. I also keep a little hanky with me after I've used my hand sanitizer and cleaned myself up, just in case I want to wipe my hands. Feel just a little more fresh. Okay, so that TMI is my potty bag. I feel like we're just getting to know each other so well now. Here we go. And it also goes where I can grab it really easily. Okay, my bug net. I don't need this yet, but I know if I don't put it on now, that when I get up to Vermont or wherever the bugs decide to come out and get me, I'm gonna wish I had it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and attach it now. Yeah. So it gets attached up here. Micro spikes. Oh man. All right. Oh, hold on, before I get to that, let me tell you. I didn't show you my jacket. You've seen this in all my videos already, but I have a jacket. It is by Decathlon, MT100. I'm very happy with it. The zipper was starting to stick just a tiny bit, so I Googled what to do, and they said to put a little bit of a soap on it. So I used some of my Earthling soap, you know, the unscented soap, and look, it's been great again. Okay, so just in case, I knew because we're gonna start cold, so I've got that hoodie that if I need to wear, I can wear it underneath this. I'm not gonna get it out right now because it's already down in there. But anyway, I've got that hoodie. I can put it on underneath this, and I've got this puffy. Then I got these. I gotta watch out because Bruno loves these possum gloves that I have to wear to keep my hands warm. And I also have this buff that I have for my neck. I've had this for a long time, and I already sprayed everything down with Picardin, you know, to be ready. So all my clothing has been treated. So this goes on my neck, but I started, and then I have my hat. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So I have my hat that I usually wear, and then my hat on top, and my buff. But then I started to get a little concerned that these weren't going to keep me warm enough, and they weren't actually keeping me warm enough. So then I found this running video, and it said the best thing to do when it's cold and snowy or wet outside is to put on like latex gloves, like latex kitchen gloves on top of your wool gloves, or in my case, possum gloves. These are from Zpacks, by the way. And I found a couple of other hikers that swore by this. I was like, really? So I bought some. I'm gonna try it out. And we'll see, well, if I can even get on, if it works. And I like because they have the grippy on it. So I feel like I'll be able to grip my trekking poles and it'll be safe, you know, and I won't get wet. So, and it'll keep my hands dry. So those I'm keeping with my microspikes because I figured that'll be the only time I really need them. And then, if you ever used this method and it worked for you, I'd love to know. This is so interesting, right? So interesting. Okay. So, you know how they say you pack your fears. Well, all that Smoky Mountain snow fear that I've been seeing, you know, we had to bail. Okay, well, I started getting nervous about that. And I was like, well, am I gonna freeze? Am I gonna get stuck in a shelter and freeze up there? So then I was like, is this gonna be warm enough for me? Am I gonna need something a little more? And so then I made another last minute purchase. Because this is what we do. We make last minute purchases. We second guess everything because I am my own worst enemy. Nice to meet you. Okay, so this is what I did. I don't know that I should do this. So let me know what you think. Should I bring this? Should I not bring this? What would you do? All right, I'm gonna put it on, you tell me. I got one of them face masks. You know, the wool face masks. Because I was worried I was gonna freeze, that my face was gonna freeze as I was walking up the mountains. Buff wouldn't be enough. Oh no. Am I crazy? Just bring this, or I could bring the full Monty. All right, what do you think, Bruno? I know, yeah, I told you like the possum gloves, I know. Those are mommy's gloves, you can't have these. These are, no, mommy's gloves. No, no sir. No, I know you love them. Tell Zpacks how much you love the gloves. See if they'll send you a pair. Tell them. Weirdo loves your gloves, Zpacks. He wants his own pair. Okay, let's get this finished now. Gloves back in here. Got the microspikes back in here. Let's put this in the pack. And these will be going home as soon as possible. Next, let's go ahead and do the food bag. This is also by Hilltop Packs. Been very, very happy with Hilltop. Inside of it, I've got my Toke 750 pot. Let's see, I've got my MSR. That's how I cook with my fuel. And I think I need to get some more fuel. And then I have a little washcloth that is also by Hilltop Packs. So, and that is how I will cook my food when I have a hot meal. Carry a long handled spoon. They have a little spoon holder that you can put in there. And then I do carry the dog bone because it just helps me whenever I'm trying to do hang my bear bag. Okay, food up top so that I can get it whenever I stop for lunch or for dinner. And I do stop. I take my pack off and I take breaks. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just fold it up or roll it up. And I like the pack because there's two ways you can do that. You can either roll it up and cinch it here, or you can roll it up and it's got clips that you can do on the side. And I think I'm gonna do the clips on the side, especially as it's gonna get pretty full with all the food in it. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Here we go. Got my knee brace. Don't have any problem anymore, but this is a pack your fear kind of thing. My flashlight and my glasses. These are just readers. Don't actually need readers anymore, but I carry them because I do so much video editing on my phone. Sometimes I just want a little bit of magnification. So these are just 1.0s, just helps a little bit with the video editing. So I'm gonna put those in my pack my fears on the side. And then I have my headlamp. I'm gonna zip that up. And then I have my knife. I'm not gonna open it now. I used to carry it around my neck, but it would bother me. So now I keep it in my hip pocket. It's easily accessible still. That goes in my hip pocket with my snacks. I also carry some cheap sunglasses. Wasn't gonna carry them, but with all the snow, I'm a little worried about just the glare. So just got them off of Amazon, nothing special. Last purchase. This was a splurge, shouldn't have done it, I did it. Facebook or Instagram ad, not sure which one it was, but they got me. These, tell me if you bought these, please tell me you like them. They're called Jimmy's, they're little camp shoes. I was perfectly happy with my Tyveks that I had, but saw these, I'm like, oh, these are cool, they're more lightweight. And so I bought them, but I'm just gonna attach them where I had my Tyveks before, just right here. So there they are, camp shoes, ta-da! And there you have it. Here's my pack. All right, well let me see if I can get my daughter's boyfriend up here to hold it and weigh it so we can see how much it weighs. I have everything in lighter pack, and I'll put that in the description so you can see what each thing individually weighs. And then we'll take a look and see what the little hand scale says that it weighs. If you've watched this long, again, thank you so much for checking this out. Thank you everyone who has subscribed and who has watched me and made comments and just given me so many encouraging words. I can't thank you enough for your love and support. This has been a dream of mine for 12 years. I've been dreaming about this, and it's crazy to think that it's finally going to be my turn, my chance to go out there and give it a go. I'm a little nervous, and I can't tell if this is nervous energy or what's going on, but for that, here we go. Here's to hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2026.